The first earthquake hit just before 10:30 this morning. The epicenter of the 4.8 magnitude tremor was near Lebanon,
Today.
North Jersey. That's about 50 miles from Philadelphia. And since then, the U.S. Geological Survey has reported
It's today.
least
Today's
12
news.
aftershocks, one almost 8 hours later. Researchers say there could be more in the coming weeks. Our own Brian Sheehan was talking to people near the epicenter of today's earthquake when he felt one of those aftershocks himself. As our continuing coverage tonight from Hunterdon County.
Wow, we just drove by New Jersey right there. Damn, we drove by right before the earthquake hit. I felt my legs shook a little bit.
Many are calling it one of the most unsettling experiences of their life.
Damn.
It was a shake felt along the east coast.
Today.
Perhaps nowhere as strong as central New Jersey.
Yeah, I felt like that was man today.
Says at 10:23 this morning, a 4.8 magnitude earthquake.
Yep, that's right. We're down there getting ready by the Unity Hall, getting on the tourist bus around 10 o'clock, 11. Yep, I knew it. I told myself in my head, I said, man, am my legs shaking, or am I too excited? Maybe I need to settle down, or maybe I'm just moving too fast. But in my head, I said, maybe it's a damn earthquake. Right, but I was joking, and it was. And it was an earthquake. And what are the odds in that? This is today's news. 10 o'clock news. Now it's 10:30. Well, that's not the right time. I mean it's 10. It's 10, 11, 12, 38 my time. It's 10:38 California time in the Bay Area. Friday, which is Saturday here in Philadelphia. Almost Saturday in California, Fairfield. This is today's news.
My wife's outside with the dogs. I run outside. She thinks the house is going to explode. There were some guys working down the street, and it was nuts. I was in my underwear.
Just moments after talking with Todd Schobel, getting ready to go live on NBC 10 News at 6 when this happened. Well, we just had another one. The USGS later confirming it was a 4.0 magnitude aftershock with an epicenter just 10 miles from where we were standing. This man ran out of his son-in-law's restaurant and shared his experience with us on live TV.
And we all grabbed each other. It was like the third time today that people are grabbing each other to make sure that we're okay.
Many who live in this community say they are concerned about aftershocks in the days and weeks ahead, especially because there are many older buildings here.
And there's 7 or 8 more earthquakes in the Bay Area today, right before the eclipse on the 8th.
In Tewksbury Township, Hunterdon County, New Jersey, I'm Brian Sheehan, NBC 10 News.
And even with the epicenter dozens of miles away,
East Coast earthquake.
This quake could be felt across the Philadelphia area. Philadelphia City Hall was evacuated for about 15 minutes after the quake as a precaution. The police department tells us it received more than 200 911 calls in about 20 minutes after the earthquake. The city activated its emergency operations center to assess for possible damage.
Damn.
None was found.
Right when we fucking drove by New Jersey, right by City Hall.
Traffic at
Unity Hall.
International Airport stopped for about 15 minutes while they inspected the runways. Patco and the New Jersey Transit River Line also suspended service for inspections. No issues were found there either. And Philadelphia is one of the oldest cities in the U.S., but experts we spoke with say today's earthquake likely did not cause extensive damage to property. Still, as NBC
we just drove by Unity Hall, dude.
It's a good idea to give your home a second look.
And Auntie Linda was like, "Yeah, earthquake."
Following today's earthquake, trains came to a halt.
Damn.
People evacuated from buildings, including City Hall. It was all a reaction to an event we don't see in the region very often.
It was a magnitude 4.8. It's a fairly small event. And
no wonder we didn't really feel it too much. My leg just shook a little bit right when we turned in the cab. We were in the cab and we turned. In my head, I said, "Man, my leg's shaking." Or am I just too excited? Is what I told myself.
Anything that happens, say, east of the Rockies, the Earth's crust is different. And the waves propagate much farther than they would do if you're in California.
But the physical impact related to injuries or structural issues shouldn't be much. And at an afternoon news conference, state officials said that they only received one report of property damage in the northeast section of the city. and that incident was still being investigated.
One of the things that we see in any kind of natural event is
That's the mayor of Philadelphia. What we saw her in California news
damage, and
a couple weeks back.
determine whether it was a result of that event or before.
That's that Philadelphia, that shooting.
An old city with old infrastructure.
Yeah, hey, it's on my video. When I looked up, when we drove right in there. I put my camera way up to the top of that guy on the very top of the tower. I think it was Benjamin Franklin or somebody. What? That's his thing. That's the statue that we recorded in the cab today when I was looking up right before the earthquake. Yep, that guy on top, like Benjamin Franklin or Adams, President Adams.
For any new or elongated cracks.
Those buildings may not be updated to the newer codes. So if they have brittle materials like on reinforced masonry.
A lot of people from Jamaica and Africa out here too, I've noticed.
That was NBC 10's Claudia Vargas reporting for us. The professor tells her that larger infrastructure such as bridges are routinely inspected, but that's every 2 years. He recommends officials check area bridges sooner rather than wait for the next inspection. And this is the third strongest earthquake on record for the state of New Jersey and the strongest since 1783. Generally, earthquakes in the north.
Right after they signed the Declaration of Independence at Unity Hall, we're going to tomorrow. Wow, a couple years after, about 15 years after, they signed the Declaration of Independence. Oh, actually, yeah, 1776, Unity Hall.
Landmarks needed $53 million worth of repairs. Speaking of landmarks, video from the camera high atop the Statue of Liberty shows just how much today's earthquake rocked the Big Apple. You can see the camera bouncing around as the nearly 150-year-old landmark shakes. And here's another view looking downward from the camera attached to Lady Liberty's torch. And one of New York businesses wasted no time rolling out earthquake merchandise. Within 10 minutes, Big Frog Custom t-shirts quickly began printing shirts that say,
wow, man, earthquake, they start printing shit.
Plenty of people lined up to grab one for $10 a piece. The store says more than 50 shirts were sold by mid-afternoon today. And a lot of people
survived the New York earthquake.
Of their home surveillance cameras that captured when the earthquake happened. And one thing we noticed, how their pets reacted. Check out Melinda Jane's dog here. You can tell he senses something is wrong. Then he just takes off once that earthquake starts. And the same thing happened here with Bob Pewler's cats. Watch the cats pop up and then each other. And
they knew.
Then they take off running.
They knew.
A video you'd like to share with us from today's earthquake, open up the free NBC 10 app and look for Share It, See It, Share It.
Watch SmackDown Hall of Fame NXT.
Area, the Rumble in the Ring. WrestleMania events are kicking off into high gear. Fans flock to the Wells Fargo Center tonight for Friday Night SmackDown. And the main event.
We watched it, but we didn't go. We were going to go, we didn't go. Wells Fargo Stadium. Man, it's cracking here in Philly. Wood.
Taking over the sports complex. Aaron?
Yeah, seems like the world has descended here in South Philadelphia for SmackDown and WrestleMania. The excitement certainly is building for WrestleMania 40. That will take place inside of Lincoln Financial Field right next to me. But like you said tonight, it was all about behind me, the Wells Fargo Center, SmackDown. I can tell you hundreds and hundreds of fans were here. They were filling the parking lots for the kickoff show before SmackDown. I can tell you everybody is ready to see history here in Philadelphia. ECW, ECW, ECW. One day away from WrestleMania 40, but first, WWE SmackDown took center stage.
We watched it tonight. It had Italian pieces tonight.
How big is this event for this city, for the world?
It's huge. Just the card alone, it really is the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
Hundreds stood in lines that snaked around the stadium. Some dressed as their favorite wrestler, like this guy, who showed up as Randy Macho Man Savage.
R.I.P. Macho Man.
It's my first ever Mania. I've dreamed about this since the kid, and to see The Rock and Roman Reigns together for the first time would be really cool.
Fans from around the world are here in Philadelphia. We ran into these three from England watching the kickoff show before SmackDown.
There's so many Brits here, there's so many people from all over the world who've travelled in. We've kind of just completely taken over Philadelphia.
In less than 24 hours, Lincoln Financial Field will be filled with thousands. Crews spent the day setting up the stage and getting ready for history. Philadelphia, you ever been here?
No, first time, told all this.
Yeah, first time for us too here. We're here right now at the Red Roof Inn. Here in Philadelphia, Red Roof Inn.
But I've fallen in love with it. It's an amazing city.
That's what you want to hear right there. Folks from all around the
That's
world.
where we're at right now. We're in South Philadelphia.
The city of Philadelphia. There's people here from Japan, Singapore, France, and of course, as you heard right there, the UK. I can tell you there's still folks inside the Wells Fargo Center right now. They're having a Hall of...
Red Roof Inn, South Philadelphia.
Stand and deliver, and Monday Night Raw at the Wells Fargo's main event, WrestleMania, will be at the Link tomorrow and Sunday.
Yep, tomorrow night, Saturday.
Still ahead, people are wondering if the upcoming
Eclipse, that's New York. We'll be there in New York. We'll be there for that too in New York.
Plus, talk about a close call. What happened just moments before this
Eclipse. What's in store as you head back to work on Monday? We'll talk about all the details and the weekend forecast coming up.
It was only 47.